Kumusta mga kaibigan? Welcome to JOSh Friends, where faith meets friendship and inspiration is just a conversation away. This is Reverend Migs Ramirez, and today we are joined by a special guest who's ready to share some words of wisdom from your favorite books and songs from Jesuit Communications. This might just be exactly what you need to hear. So, sit back, relax, and let's dive into another episode of heartwarming stories and uplifting messages. Are you ready? Let's go!
When I think of material science, I often picture transformation, how a raw, imperfect substance can, through careful design, be shaped into something strong, resilient, and enduring. The song Your Heart Today speaks of something similar, the transformation of the human heart. Its message is about letting ourselves be shaped, refined, and given in service to others. Just as heat treatment can strengthen steel or doping can enhance a sporter's performance, life's challenges can temper our hearts, making them more capable of compassion, generosity, and service. The parts in the song that really struck me are: where there is fear, I can allay. Where there is pain, I can heal. Where there are wounds, I can bind. And hunger, I can feel. Lord, grant me courage. Lord, grant me strength. Grant me compassion that I may be your heart today. I'm Dr. Persia, and speaking as someone who has dedicated her career to developing materials that can help in disaster relief, among others. This song feels like a prayer I didn't know I was already living. In material science, we search for structures that can endure stress without breaking. In life, the song reminds us to be that structure, to be a heart that endures not just for our own survival, but to strengthen those around us. It's about the science of resilience, but in a human context. Kasi think about it. When I'm in the lab at DOST, working on projects that might seem purely technical, there's actually a deeper calling happening. Every research breakthrough, every new material we develop that could protect lives during calamities, every student I mentor, these are all ways of being God's hands and heart in the world. And what I love about this song is that it doesn't just speak about big heroic moments. Where there is fear, I can allay. Sometimes that's as simple as explaining complex science in ways that don't intimidate. Like when a student comes to me convinced they're not cut out to be for engineering, that's where we can help ease their fear. Where there are wounds, I can bind. In my field, that might literally mean developing better materials for medical use, but it can also mean creating a safe space where your scientists or young scientists can fail, learn, and grow without fear of judgment. Then there's the line, when comes the day I dread, to see our broken world compel me from my cell grown code. That hits differently when you work in research because it's so easy to get comfortable in your lab, in your expertise, in your academic bubble. But this song calls us out of that comfort zone to remember that our work exists for the world outside. Bukas Palad recently launched their latest album, Bless Our Darkness, celebrating 39 years of music ministry. I love that each song has two versions, one for personal reflection, another for liturgical use. Parang science din. You have the theory and then you have the application. For me, listening to Your Heart Today in my quiet moments, those times when I'm just staring at nothing in particular, letting my thoughts wander, remind me that my work isn't just about publications or awards. It's about being present to the needs around me, whether that's developing materials for disaster resilience, mentoring the next generation, or simply sharing coffee with a colleague who's having a rough day. Because in the end, whether you're in the lab coat or in a pew, the calling is the same: to be someone's heart
Maraming salamat, kaibigan. That wraps up another episode of JOSh Friends. I hope today's reading touched your heart and gave you something to reflect on. Remember, you can find the full text of what we shared today, along with many other inspirational resources, at the JustCom online shop. Until next time, this is Reverend Migs Ramirez reminding you that you are never alone on your journey of faith. Paalam at ingat, mga kaibigan!